What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? This is Great Scots. This is Grand Tactician in the Civil War. You'll notice this is a bit different. Well, a bit different on most of the trees. Uh, because I think it's late Oh, it tells me it is late January, 1862. It's been a while. A bunch of time has passed in the campaign since the last video. uh, so there's this recurring bug in the current development beta patch, uh, and it, it basically causes both sides' armies morale to tank following battles. And so I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with the campaign. It had gone pretty well up to the end of October, but then I noticed this bug, and I was going to stop, but then I kind of read what some other people said, and they said the morale recovers over time, and it does. And so I figured, well, we'll see what happens. So I've actually fought several battles after the 1st of November, wherever the last video left off. I think there were a few in December. I haven't been initiating these. The Union has decided that they're going to initiate battles in the winter. For the most part, it's been them, and they definitely initiated this one. Because they have forces, I think, up in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and they're trying to retake Washington. And so they ran into Rhett's army. This is not going to be the most competitive of battles. That's not really why I'm doing it. At least according to the scouting reports, there's only 5,000 Union. We only have 3 infantry brigades, but we also have cavalry and 3 artillery battalions. Let's just make sure that the HQ initial report was correct. So yeah, in terms of total men, it's close, but with 90 guns on our side. Famous last words, but it may not be that close. The Union's supposed to come in over here. That's pretty much it. I don't think I need to say much more than that. We are set up. We're deployed to try to go find them. We'll try to get. Maybe we'll try to get Ross around the other side of Gettysburg just to hold back any Union advance. Probably coming down the York Pike, but you never really know where the AI is going to go. Yeah, so that's. Although this blue shield over here, I don't know if this was here before, but it's starting to have me think that maybe the Union's getting a bit tricky. Oh, I didn't notice all these other blue arrows up here before. I honestly don't recall seeing them. We have no message that the Union is getting additional reinforcements. I'm not sure what that's about. We'll go investigate. Where's everybody going? You need to go that way. See if we can get our cavalry dismounted and dug in. Okay, so now that they're dismounted, I think there's a problem where I can't get cavalry to build breastworks in battle. What's going on? I can get it to do that, but I then cannot get them to actually go up and construct it. They see that they're supposed to, but they don't. So you usually have to have infantry end up doing it. Alright, don't see anything here yet. Okay, so they're down. Yeah. So I was right. You can never be too sure of what the AI is going to do. At the very least, it keeps it interesting. Presumably, they're moving together, and with 5,000 men, those 2 brigades might be all that there is. So we'll bring them back. I'll bring those guys down here. I forget where we're supposed to end up. Oh, right here. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's kind of like that other battle. Yeah, and now that I think about it, in another battle, it looked like this. summer or fall. But they kind of did the same thing. They kind of hid behind Wolf's Hill and were content to just chill there. Okay. Doesn't make for all that much great. So I'm going to cut you guys out until there's something possibly interesting to watch. Probably not, because we have artillery, so we're probably just going to try to pound them into attacking across that field. But if there is something I think is worth watching, I'll bring in. I mostly did this video just as an update to let you know the campaign is going on. We're into 1862, and so far it's still playable. It's development patch, beta, all the rest. So it's getting there. Apparently the bug with the army morale's deteriorating after battle is supposed to be fixed, I guess, in the next patch. So we look forward to that. But there we are. I'm only breaking my word slightly by bringing you back in. The fight amounted to pretty much nothing. The 3 units of skirmishers shot it out with 2 units of theirs. Eventually routed them both. One of their brigades, I just saw something strange, but on that map, must have been nothing. Yeah, and then I got a message that, actually it's this message, not about Martindale, but about Alvord. Apparently had 5 guns somewhere, because that did not register. Same thing with Martindale. Neither of them had any guns registering when they loaded. It doesn't matter. So I think one of the 3, I don't know, one of the 3 infantry brigades pulled back, and that was just under skirmishers. The Cav did come up, but they arrived just as the last skirmishers were routing off. It wasn't much to see. But anyways, if you hadn't seen any of the battles in wintertime yet, this is what they look like. As with a lot of things in this game, not bad. Lag is not really existing right now. I mean, my system is going to win no overclocking prizes whatsoever, and rightfully so. But I'm getting about 55 to 60 FPS. Very comfortably, and so the battle map definitely has less lag in it than the campaign map does sometimes. But yeah, you might see a little bit of an engagement here. It's actually a pretty good move by them. I mean, if they were going to do anything a little bit better, maybe get in those woods. But you're behind a body of water. Enemies coming through the open. That would be a sound tactical move. Also, they could throw out skirmishers again. And the AI does sometimes do this after they've routed back into the parent unit and just send out a fresh group of skirmishers. But yeah, looks like this is going to be it. They're running way faster than I can pursue them, so would not expect to catch them. I'll take you out of this video, and if we have anything interesting or at least noteworthy that I think you should know about the development of the game, I'll bring you back in. We'll be touch and go. So one thing of note as this battle ends, I have noticed that the training levels have increased. So you can see right here is that training is finally up to good, and that's for Ashby's guys, and I know they've been in a number of battles, so that's not the same thing as experience. But you can see here Smith, they're up to regular. It's no longer, untrained or poorly trained, but because they've kind of been sitting in winter quarters for a while, they haven't been constantly on the march, the training levels have gone up, and so that's, very good thing. That's what we would expect. Not sure what's going on here. It looks to me like they all withdrew. Anyways, I'm not going to make you sit in here and watch that, but I would just say that that's one of the things I would note is it definitely is there. I was wondering for a while if it ever was going to come through, and it has. So unfortunately, we had to take a defeat in that last battle, or so-called defeat, because the game glitched. It wouldn't end the battle, even though all the Union forces withdrew, scoured the entire map. HQ reports said there were none, but the game wouldn't end. So this is a known bug that others have had. I was kind of surprised I'd never had it, but now I have. So, you know, it's beta. You can't get too worried about it. One of the reasons I brought you back in without nothing apparent to show you, we'll have this move a little bit, is that I didn't know you could build railroad lines. For all that I've played the game, I thought that it was one of those things that happened in the background when I am. I don't know why these things always reset. I've just noticed a bunch of things. I actually got to pause y'all again. Fried them with another update. Just the things that so quaint aren't quite right. So I think I might have figured out what it was. So you can tell where I am, right? I'm in Arkansas, near Oklahoma and Texas, and there's this little railroad icon, and I think I just right-clicked on it, and it says it's now being constructed, but it looks like, well, it'll tell you. So Houston to Shreveport. So, why are we not seeing stuff? So then we should see, I don't know if any of the other knots are going to show, but I mean, I don't know if right-clicking it did it, left-click did it. See if we can get a little bit more. Well, it says it's being constructed. I don't know what the construction time is, or if I actually need to click all those little nodes. I don't know. There's another one that it looks grayed out, and it looks like I should be able to do that, but it's this line east of Jackson. It looks like that's grayed out. Right? Like, this is a north-south railroad. This should be an east-west. And I don't see an option to build it yet. Right? Other parts of the line are constructed, but I don't see anything for that. So that might be something else to add. But I want to see what the progress looks like. I mean, we're Jesus! I just reset these. I suspect maybe every time I click out of this, it's probably going to go away. So that might be an issue. Okay. Now either they're very slow, or it's not actually working. Or I need to do something else that's not quite clear. I wonder if it is clear though. I don't see it. Army is pretty considerable. I'll send them back up here along with Kit's Corps. I'm pretty sure there's another army somewhere over here. I'm trying to think of where I put it. Oh, I know where it is. It's down here in the... Man, this has been a slow go. I think we're just going to recall McCullough, because it looks like for whatever reason the Union is pressing in early February to come down and probably retake Baltimore and the capital. So we'll see if this produces a fight worth watching. Be nice if it did. Lane's army seems a bit slow to move. Oh wait, well it's Rhett's army actually that has to fall back because it had to withdraw from a battle it won. Kids Corps. Yeah, I'll take that. I think Lane's army looks like it'll be able to reinforce. We have 27,000 men. I have 44,000 men. What is this? The enemy army is broken. They have no men and no guns. Yikes. Alright, I'll find out what's going on. Well, there's something of an engagement here. I tried the old super defensive build. I mean, well, I'll bring it back to the engagement here. But I tried deploying right here south of Gettysburg. We're on the Gettysburg map. We had lots of breastworks. We had a good artillery position. But the Union was just having none of it. Their reinforcements have not yet arrived. So, actually kind of looks like somehow our numbers ticked up slightly. I don't know what that's about. But they haven't got theirs. And so it was going nowhere fast. So I was like, all right, well, this is not even fun for me, and it wasn't even on video. So I was like, well, when in doubt, let's go attack something. And so that's what we're doing. So now we found them. We're up here. That's a small battery. That's a smaller battery. And we have right now, surprise, surprise, we have skirmishers engaged. I know that this is something completely new to this channel, that I would use skirmishers to engage anything, but yeah, it's probably going to be the old mix of skirmishers and artillery to draw them forward. We're now repositioning just north of Gettysburg, so you can see where the line will be. We're going to have to move that line up, but I wanted everybody to get into place first. Some units move faster than others, and so if we're moving super long distances, I don't want people to get too far apart. So now that they're pushing, right, these guys really ought to withdraw. I am trying to draw them forward. So if they want to come forward, that would actually just be great. And I'll just slowly withdraw and go my separate directions here and try to draw them in. But yeah, we're going to line up right about here, and sure, if we can get them to cross this field with the artillery advantage, I think we still have 39-5. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. No, don't do that. I kind of hope that didn't cancel their move. I need them to keep moving. Actually, yeah, you go ahead and fire while these other guys fall back. Hopefully people are still moving. They are. Alright, we're okay. So, like, you could garrison that place in Gettysburg, that place. Looks like almost everything in... but not this place. It's alright. Alright, you ought to pull back. Henry, I should pull back that way. Once you turn around. You turn around. Actually, you've only taken 5 casualties so far, so you got to stay in the mix a little bit longer. And there's no corn in these fields, so, or there's nothing planted in the fields, so visibility's not the issue it frequently is. These guys are just hanging out, so they're not actually firing, though. You do know that, right? I don't know that they know that. Can we get them to build more breastworks? If our opponents are not going to come up. they're there. You've taken a few more casualties. If I'm gonna build breastworks now, I kind of wanna go a little bit slower, but we can see that they're starting to die down. They're all about pushing me off this stream, and now they're like, eh. Come to think of it, we don't want to do that. So I'm not sure what that's about. So we're probably going to end up not using these breastworks either. But at the very least, my men will have had good practice building breastworks. I'm sure it'll be a transferable skill to them later in life, in virtual video game life after they get decommissioned. And yeah, we'll follow each and every one of them through their post-fake Civil War lives. So stable, and that means it's time to pull you back. If you'll listen to me. Alright. Henry's brigade. You got... No. You... build some breastworks here. Because why not? Not sure what those guys are doing. I don't think they have any breastworks built. Maybe we'll forward deploy them a bit. No. Yes. Alright. Put you guys way up there. See what we get from you. You guys still withdrawing? You should be. You're doing that. I think building breastworks does tire them out a bit, but it says they're well rested, so I'll take them at their word. Maybe we'll just have layers of breastworks built. This will be fine. Alright, you get to work on that. Let's see, you guys can get to work on that. I'll let them finish theirs. Yeah. Oops. Okay. So, the enemy has reinforcements, which is bad because they can come from a number of directions. If they came north, so this army came from here, so it's probably not here, which means it's probably either on our left, which would be bad, or our right, which would not be good. And isn't that life? So maybe we'll say, actually, where was that stable, semi-stable unit of skirmishers? Alright, we're gonna see if they're on the right. If we don't see them over here, process of elimination will tell us probably where they are. But rather than rely on that, why don't we try to be sure? Dockery in contact. Great to know. Yeah, sure, do that. Yeah, sure, do that. Also, Kit needs to get up. You supposed to be building this? I don't know. Maybe, since Henry's already here, we'll put them... No. We'll have them build those breastworks there, in case we do get hit over there. Okay, these skirmishers. And... I'd say now we wait. We're really not waiting. We're doing stuff all the time here, but... Alright, you're doing something. Why don't you do something else? We'll have you do that. Yeah, you guys aren't doing too much good just standing in a field where artillery can shoot you, but you can't really shoot back, so we'll wait until our artillery's in position. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I know we're supposed to get reinforcements as well, and some pretty considerable ones, but I think they're supposed to get even more, so we'll see. I really shouldn't be trying to get too defensive at this point. I think I should be pushing up and trying to beat this force and rout as much of it as I can. But we're not doing that, so here we are. But we have almost... Well, we have a lot of natural fortifications on the west side, but none of the man-made stuff. Get you to do this. Okay, we can. We can see they're getting built up. Those are almost done. These, I think, are done. Yep, they are. Apparently doesn't tire them out that much, so that's fine. But they are just, they're having none of this attacking stuff. It's fine, they leave it to me. Though I wouldn't really attack in case, for whatever reason, their reinforcements came just directly north. I think that'd be a bad place to attack. But we definitely have an artillery advantage for the time being. We'll see if that's changing with these guys showing up. Nope. Doesn't report any guns coming in for them, so it's good for us. You guys are supposed to be doing something. Now you're going to be doing something over there. I think I want these guys. Maybe building some breastworks over on the west. Again, just in case. I don't know if building breastworks gives them experience or anything like that. I haven't noticed that. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be combat, but that's fine. How are these guys doing? They seem to have done pretty well. Oh, so they're over here on the right. Well, we can keep an eye on it and see what happens. But that is good to know. It means Henry probably has some more work cut out for him. Again, we want these on. Probably want them back even further, but that's what we're going to build for now. See that even these breastworks aren't fully done, right? Those are barely done, those aren't done at all. These guys seem to be moving kind of slow, which is too bad. Yeah, my artillery's not firing. I'm not sure what that's about. What are they on? They're on fire at will. Let me add this to the list of grievances. They're not pushing at all. Maybe they're just waiting for everybody to get in the line. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see if anybody showed up over here as well. So no, not yet. Doesn't appear so. So we'll probably bring Burns detachment back. It's a little annoying. The morale is stable too. I'm not sure what that's about. I think sometimes when you choose bombardment, it'll work. Let's see if that order went through. Looks like it might have. So we'll give that a minute and see how it goes. Alright, so right on cue, they are moving. Yeah, if our artillery doesn't do anything, we're in trouble. Because I'm kind of counting on them to make up for the deficiency in numbers. Do we finish these breastworks? Not yet. Still not getting any action over there. Huh. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to pull back and just work on other stuff. I don't know if they'll be able to finish those or not, but it says they're bombarding, but they're not. Dockery's group. Maybe they can't finish breastworks they didn't start. I really don't know. They're going there. They're going to work over there. Burns Brigade's building a bunch of stuff they don't need. So I think we'll withdraw this battery to here. Pull back HQ. Yeah, we'll see what we get. I'll pull you guys out because there's no point in watching me do this. Like I said, if there's anything worth seeing, I'll bring you back in. Well, at the very least, things are heating up. I tried to pull back to my inner defenses here, or the second line, just north of the town, and that's when they started pressing across. I have a hell of a time trying to get Dockery's brigade. They just... I know one time on the Antietam map they had a great stand, but just as a rule, Dockery does not listen. Like, he just does not follow orders at all, and so it's very, very frustrating to play with him. I mean, he needs to withdraw. He's not having any of it. These other three units, I finally got them to stand in their breastworks. I guess by holding the left Alt key seems like the right way to do it. So that's been there. It's kind of nice. Huge force over here. They started pushing forward and chasing Henry or Henry's skirmishers, and then they seem to have called that off. Henry's brigade, though, has so far been finishing up breastworks all over here. I'm going to bring them up into this fight because that's where they're going to do the most good. For the time being, the artillery is bombarding stuff, so I just got to kind of accept that or take that as the... Oh my god, Dockery. Dude! You know what? Yeah, you deserve that. You know, as much as you had your heroic stand, you get... Oops, didn't mean to do that. You get broken way too many times because you do not follow orders. It's hard to feel bad for you. I don't know if skirmishers can use breastworks. I'm trying. I don't think I'm getting it. So I'm starting to doubt that you can. Yeah, they got a huge... Oh, you can see it now. Huge force over here. And then on top of that, they've also received reinforcements somewhere from somebody named Stone. They're not over here. And I don't see any other blue entry points. So they either came with this group after this group, or they're coming in from the north. I don't know. I suspect we will find out, though. Dockery doesn't have much men because he gets his men slaughtered because he never listens. So they're running away. Not a huge loss. It's we just don't have our guys, and so I'm kind of surprised we're only outnumbered that much by given how many reinforcements showed up. You can see this is one of those battles where I'm actually taking relatively more casualties than I'm dealing out. In spite of the artillery advantage and the fortifications, it hasn't always been like that, so I'm not exactly sure why that's going on. Let's see. Those are small brigades. Probably not worth... Nah, that one's worth shooting at. That one's worth shooting at. No. No. 15-man brigade? Not really. Not at all. I think 2nd Brigade is pretty big, and it's already taken some casualties, and so my hope would be that with a few more casualties, it might be enough to rout them off. We don't want Henry to get too far out in front. I want him out far enough that I can see what the enemy's doing, and to make sure that we reposition ourselves kind of back and over here when the time comes. But for now, I'm happy to have an artillery advantage. Oh my goodness, dudes. I think it's left all that will have your people move wherever. Alright, we routed off. I think that was a little tiny detachment, not much to worry about there. Will they... Oh, they're not doing it though. So, we will try something else. Put them on short range. I don't know what else I could do to get them into these things. So they look like they're on short range now. So maybe now I can get them into the breastworks and then switch them to long range. It's an idea. I don't know if it's a good one, but it's what I got. Maybe we'll move some artillery over here. So now they seem to have called off this attack. And they're starting to move on the right. I kind of wanted to finish this force off, but they're still not going to do it. My God, guys, just follow an order. They're not even within close range. So why are you standing to fire? Oh my God. Let's put them back on long range since they're not going to do it anyways. It's a freaking detachment, and Ugh. I don't really want to go detachment, E-detachment with these guys. I also have a force here, so I think Henry kind of needs to fall back and down, and we need our reinforcements to show up about as timely as theirs have. If not, we can always withdraw way south. Way south, but we're not there yet. Alright, will you go there? I'm guessing probably not. Are you actually bombarding? Featherston's battalion. My guess is we're gonna need this. Let's see what's new. Dockery withdrawn, no doubt. Yeah. And over here, I don't know. Is this new? Nope, this is old. Alright, so now this battery is just opening up on Lansing's detachment. It's not really the best shots for them. Those are more useful shots. I don't know if they'll take an order, but I can try. Apparently Lansing's detachment doesn't care that there's 2,000 guys from Henry's brigade, 2 detachments, and a battalion, a pretty sizable battery absolutely hammering away at them. It's not going to break them, man. They're going to sit there. Okay, so they've broken off. Now, can I get these guys into breastworks? And right now we have to switch where the battery is, because as nice as some of that may be, I think the biggest threat is still going to come on the right. Now they could just simply come around the breastworks. Not actually sure why they haven't done that yet. But in case they are listening, put these guys to work. Henry's already done a lot. The AI is nothing if not cautious. Well, the good news is that reinforcements have arrived on the field. The kind of bad news is that they're not exactly nearby. So we're going to race them up to Gettysburg as fast as we can. It's only 9 in the morning, so presumably they should get here. My skirmishers are arriving to try to halt the advance on the road. We're still building breastworks. It's going to be close. But right now we've kind of stalled into... Let's see, they're in breastworks, so that's fine. Yeah, we've kind of stalled into them sending detachments to shoot at infantry entrenched in breastworks. And I don't know if Burns' detachment needs to be there or not. Probably not. They have Henry's group who Actually, the 1817 is not terrible. So anyways, that's that. Yeah, and while I'm conducting the delaying action, I'll take you guys out and hopefully have you back in. Looks like this. I don't know what this is up here. I don't know if that was one of those stones reinforcements or what, but yeah, I'll bring you back soon. All right, the press is on here. It looks like Cox Army is now fully on the field, which is an improvement. Absolutely. Oh, those fools are not in the breastworks. I don't think it matters what I do at this point. I don't think they're going to get into it. So we might as well put them on... Oops. I guess I can't put them on long range. Now I can. It's probably the best I can do. So yeah, now we're getting pressed on the left. We've sent skirmishers out here. Burns kind of run away, because I told him to, and go work on fortifications. I got 3 of my 4 units of skirmishers trying to delay the advance down the road. I don't think I'll be able to hit them with artillery until they get to the York Pike. So we're not quite there yet. But reinforcements have a long way to go before they're going to be useful. So it's pretty much we're going to go with the group we have here. And if they hold out, they hold out. But I don't know. Because these guys are not in breastworks, it looks... Sorry, because the South Carolina militia isn't. The other 2 units are. Henry's brigade has been. They've still taken about 100 casualties through sustained skirmishing with... yeah, we can't really let them just get a free run into the flank there, but... We'll see. We do have artillery support. Looks like we probably were at... There are a bunch of small brigades here too, so it's not like... Right, like that one had 300 at its max. Militia brigade is... It's militia, right? You got 500 left. 2nd brigade. So this is actually the sizable one. That's 800. You have 4th brigade with almost 700. They've pulled back. 3rd brigade, 800. So, I mean, it's a force. Yeah, it's a force. We can certainly say that about it. But now these guys are just out here as a kind of glorified speed bump. And to some degree, I guess I'm pulling some of the infantry off the road, and so their march right down the York Pike and through the defenses is delayed. But again, so we'll get Hood's guys showing up probably at a good time, but we're not going to get saved by nightfall. Not now, at least. It's only 10 a.m. I'm worried about Burns' detachment. I'm not sure they're going to be able to deal with this. Just because I think there's a tendency for the AI skirmishers to win 1v1 skirmishes. I'm not sure if I want to be able to get these guys to deploy into breastworks. It would just reduce their casualties if they could. They're alright. Pretty soon, though, I think it's going to be time. Okay, so they're now through the York Pike. They're just maybe a little bit short, so we might be able to get 1 or 2 more rounds on, looks like Lansing and Frank. And then that'll be it. So they should be shooting the 4th Brigade, who I don't think is returning fire at the moment. Let's see, where's Byrne going? So Byrne's going to go shore up this left. Good place for him. I was going to move his detachment to... Alright, since they're point blank, kind of have to shoot them. Guess we'll at least use the fence here. We will slide. I guess slide these guys down. I've never seen that before. I think I would have ended up detaching or attaching something that I didn't want to. I'm not sure what I'm doing, so hopefully we'll just get out of that. What's the situation? I still don't think, yeah, we're still not quite close enough to hit them. Again, these guys can fall back, because if they rout, they're no good to me. You know, if they run away now, they can still come back and harass and delay later on. Want this battery to shoot at the packed infantry, not to shoot at detachments. But it doesn't seem to work. I don't know if there is a manual fire option or not. Maybe if I just take off bombardment, then they'll no longer bombard and they just won't have any orders. I'm not sure. But again, balancing here needs to get worked on, because these guys are getting absolutely lit up, and they're more resolute than they have a right to be. Alright, he's taking some casualties, so we should bring him back. I don't know, you got two detachments who are kind of walking away while firing. That's actually okay. I think he can now hit, yeah, he can just hit. Was it Aeon, something like that. It says they're firing. We'll wait and see if that's actually the case and whether they remain firing. It's at the very edge of their cone, but that's not usually the problem. The problem is not that he doesn't have the batter doesn't have targets to shoot. It's that they just don't register the targets they're supposed to be shooting. All right, so finally this detachment is giving way. Still got two more brigades up here, but we're fighting through them. Apparently a lot of those units that attacked broke. I'm actually kind of surprised. Given that their detachments hold up well, I'm a little surprised that their line infantry didn't do much better. But this is where we are. Going through the reloading animation, and it says they're firing, but it ain't happening. Turn it to fire at will. Will it change? My guess is probably not. I probably have to switch it back to bombardment. Which, you know, it's something rather than nothing. Lee low on ammo. Is that Lee's detachment? Lee low on ammo. I don't remember which one Lee was. South Carolina? Okay, first guess is the good one. It must be the detachment, because the regular battalion has 42 shots. 42 rounds, I should say. So that was the artillery firing. This isn't kind of undefended, unfortified position in the line, so maybe we'll change a little bit of that. Shooting them. I think we just need skirmishers over here because this force is just much larger. Alright, so a combination of artillery and two skirmisher units routed off the lead brigade. There's this new one in here which is, I guess, also feeling some pressure. For whatever reason, the odds have just jumped up to a not the odds, but the balance of victory, whatever, has just jumped up in my favor. And now it looks like they're withdrawing. We will see. We'll see if we're able to get off this map. If we are, that's great. I mean, the artillery advantage, maybe maybe the AI is reading that and doesn't think 134 to 5 is very good odds for attacking through an open field. But I've seen this before, right? In the previous battle, also on this map, they seem to register it as all withdrawing, but then never withdrew. So be skeptical until I see it. And it may just be from that army from the north. I don't know if it involves the group from the east. So we'll see. Alright, I'll take you out until there's something to show you. Alright, so eventually we got them out of there. And they broke off and they retreated, kind of just as my reinforcements arrived in Gettysburg. So those reinforcements didn't fire a single shot, didn't have to. Yeah, and that was probably the most interesting campaign battle I've had so far. This video is now up to almost an hour, and so it's definitely time to cut it. I do want to take a quick check and see if the morale bug is back. The plummeting army morale bug. It didn't come after the previous battle, which I lost because I couldn't get the AI to announce their withdrawal. So I do want to see how this goes. Ironically, it's called it's the Battle of Perryville Fair, I guess, not the Battle of Perryville. But I was going to say they used the Gettysburg map. So yeah, 476 killed on their end, 101 on ours. That seems pretty representative of how things went. Morale of armies is now skyrocketing, kind of in the opposite direction I would have expected. Yeah, Rhett's army should still be withdrawing. Lane's army should be reinforcing Kit here. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what the finances look like. They're not really improving, even though the tariff act went through. The tariff act had the effect of decreasing British intervention chances, but that doesn't seem like it's ever really going to happen. It's just kind of a tease thing. I know other people have said that it happened, and I believe them. But it's one of those things that it just doesn't make any sense for me. I mean, but it's okay. The map looks great. I mean, this is all old stuff. I think I showed this in a previous campaign video. My scroll speed is locked to slow, but they've added these kind of pictures here. This is nice. I like it. Yeah. And we already looked at these lines together. I was trying to get the lines so I could tell the developers about this, but Jackson, Mississippi, and the terminus was going to be this grayed out railroad line here that I don't see an option to actually build anywhere. I guess it's Selma is the terminus. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry to have to cut off your sick beats here, but that's the way it is. And hope to have you back for the next one.